Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene in the living world of darkness rage across New York. Roar on, or rage on, as I'd like to say. Tonight we see two members of the Government Nation, one Ten of the Urge and one Shadow Lord Arun. They walk together, and let's say they're walking and talking as they're going towards their destination.
As Andrei escorts Kotori towards the umbral through the umbral landscape of the Scepter of the Green, heading towards the forest, the righted forest, where the Red Talons are being kept, Andrei is at present in Lupus form, done so ahead of time, both for Kotori's benefit in order to facilitate better communication between them, and also because the Red Talons kind of only ever saw Andrei in his Lupus form. Mainly purely because what he plans to ask Kotori, he kind of needs to be in Lupus form because it's more respectful like that. So it's like this. You remember what happened at the power plant when Travis laid into what we thought was blood claws and he shed that skin?
Yes, and when he shed his undead shroud and poof away.
Mm-hmm. This is what I think, well, this is what I've determined from my own experiences and from speaking with other theurges, Chases the Storm, Chimera. The Red Talon Bloodclaws died 7 months ago. What we saw was a spiral wearing his skin through some sort of wormish gift.
Well, that makes sense. However, I mean, something that I don't really understand is that why did he rig so much of the underworld? Doesn't really make any sense. I mean, I'm not really good for now, at least to detect worm taint, but that's not really normal that he rigged so much of this place.
Who knows? Maybe there's a group of spirals who have made a habit to go into the land of the dead. But either way,
there's something actually that's been bothering me. And maybe we should ask the right master if he thinks that it's stupid or not. I know sometimes I'm stupid, but do you think maybe Minotaur has something to do with that? I mean, he's known for such strange practice.
I don't think I know about Minotaur. Who is they, a totem?
Minotaur is a kind of special totem. He is man-made beast. He's man-made beast. He is the embodiment of change through the skin of another. I mean, that's what my ancestor told me when I asked about a change and if it was possible for others to become of our own or even something else, and they said that Minotaur was kind of the answer for that, but they didn't really seem to be very happy about it.
Well, whatever the source of this gift that they used, we can safely say that Bloodclaws, the Red Talon Bloodclaws, is not to blame for this. And that his packmates, to some extent, are in some parts guilty, in other parts innocent. They were deceived by a spiral. I would like to, well, in order to make this the smoothest transition possible, and to hopefully promote better relations with the Red Talons, I'd like for you to summon the Ancestor Spirit of Bloodclaws in the presence of the 2 Red Talons that we rescued. This way, we will not offend the Ancestor Spirit of Bloodclaws, and we can explain what has happened since he was killed, in the hope that he will help us, and that he will help his former packmates. This spiral has to have a name. I'm hoping that Bloodclaws will know who it is, so we can find him, slit his throat.
So you want me to summon his ancestor spirit? That's going to take a while. I mean, summoning can take some hours. I hope you have time to kill.
We have nothing but time.
Ooh, good one.
So Andrei will take Kotori into the forest den, having previously gotten permission from Blitzkrieg to visit the Red Talons again.
Sorry, I was drinking water. When you guys make your way into the forest, again, the tree seems to part way for you guys. The little wards around you don't go off since you're members of this sept. And you safely make your way into an open area. In the middle of this open area, the open area is not too big, but it's also not too small. It's reasonable size of a backyard or something like that. In the middle of the open area, there's one large box. And when I say box, imagine a box on the ground made out of runes. There's no bars, there's no nothing, there are only the runes on the ground. Within that are housed the song and steps in water.
Are they awake, asleep?
Steps in water seems to be awake. House the song is laying down, resting.
I'll introduce you to them. Andrei walks over towards the edge of the cell, as it were, before he sits down. Hello, steps in water.
Greetings, Tar-Ca-Muntii.
This is Kotori, Uktena-Ca-Muntii.
Hi, brother.
Greetings, Theurge.
We've had some recent developments that I think you and How's the Song should hear about.
Okay.
We know that Bloodclaws died 7 months ago. Cockroach told me. The one who you had been associating with for those 7 months, for the last 7 months, was an imposter. A spiral that stole his skin.
Steps Water is going to walk over towards Howl of the Song, and he's going to swat his. Actually, what he's going to do is going to do a partial shift. No, he's going to shift into his spell and just poke him with his nose really strongly. And then eventually, Howl of the Song is going to wake up and then yeah, you have the attention of both of them right now.
I didn't think it was possible, but Kotori can tell you he saw it with his own eyes.
Mm. Yes, he wore blood clothes, skin like clothes, and when the fur was taken off by our Fianna Arun, then the beast that was inside was revealed. He was wrapped in the shrouds of the underworld. He reeked of death, suffering, and despair. He was not a Red Talon. He was an abomination and was cast away. However, I cannot tell for sure if he's still among the undead where he hides, or if his master reclaimed it to protect him.
When the Fianna Arun once again rended the skin that he wore underneath your former alphas, he disappeared in a flash of green. I cannot tell if he is still in existence, but the fact that above the power plant where we found you, there is still something in the Umbra, this wormish thing which casts thunderbolts. I have my suspicions that the one who we fought is responsible for that. And until we get rid of him, until we slay him, New York, I'd say the entire state of New York and the surrounding areas will not be safe. I have some way that I think we might be able to find out who this spiral is, if you would allow us. We want to contact the Ancestor Spirit of your former Alpha, Bloodclaws. We cannot do this without your permission.
If Bloodclaw's Raya and Alpha was slain by one of the spirals, who's to say that they did not take his spirit and bind it into a worm fetish?
Cockroach told us that his spirit came into the essence, came into his... He still runs with his ancestors, still runs with Griffin. I see no reason why Cockroach would feel the need to lie.
Cockroach is the totem of glasswalkers. We do not like the glasswalkers.
They tend too much with the Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, even if Cockroach is a little bit too much away from the wild, he is not of the worm, and we should remember that even if the glassworkers are questionable, Cockroach is still one of our is still on our side, even if I don't like it.
Griffin and Cockroach may be on opposite sides, but they still fight for the Gaian cause.
I see. Very well. Do you know the rite of summonings?
I do know the rite of summoning.
We will watch and wait.
Very well. And Kotori is going to start his ritual, which is going to take a little while. What would be the difficulty to summon his Ancestor Spirit?
Make it a difficulty 6. You need to roll your gnosis.
Mm-hmm. So for each hour that I spend invoking the spirit of blood close, the difficulty drops by 1. I think I'm going to spend 2 hours
Okay.
to drop the difficulty to 4. So I have 6 gnosis. But since this is very important, maybe I should use a willpower point because you never know. Yeah, I'm going to spend 1 willpower.
Okay.
Don't want to botch. Yes! Oh yes, I was so right.
Wow, you suck.
Yeah, you suck so bad. 2 fucking hours, and you.
Yeah, I found this statement offending.
Hmm.
But I was wise to choose the willpower.
Yes.
Okay, Kotori, you spent. Everybody here needs to wait 2 hours in your fucking ritual. And when you've concluded, they need to spend 5 more minutes waiting until they hear a roar of complete fury and anger. And you hear this. I'm gonna take another.
You're gonna need it, mate.
Who dare summon me like this?
Whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Red Talons don't like. I shouldn't have mentioned.
Was it you feared?
Yeah, sorry, I'm the only feared here, so yes, that's me.
You're a failure.
I know. But nevertheless, we summoned you because your brothers were deceived by your murderer, and we want to avenge you because he insulted your name and your lineage. He insulted the name of Griffin, and he spits on all that you and your lineage has achieved. We want to wash that stain on your name.
So why not call me before? I tried reaching every single one of you, and nobody answered.
Perhaps. I do not presume to. Well, I'm assuming that Kotori is going to translate for Andrei because he didn't have spirit speech. I do not presume to wonder why our elders have not told us. But nevertheless, Blood Clausria, do you know of the one who murdered you? Do you know of his name and his face, that we may track him down and avenge you, and avenge the dishonor that they have inflicted upon your pack?
I know he's a filthy hermit. That is all. I know he is born under a full moon.
A Hamdarun.
that's going to be quite hard to find.
Not really.
But tell me, Bloodclaw, when we took away your skin from him, he reeked from the shrouds of the underworld. Did you smell anything that was unright outside of his obvious corruption?
The underworld, you say? Yes. I've killed more than many spirals. It is a gift they possess amongst their higher-ranking ones. I do not know which rank, but it is quite potent.
So we're dealing with a foster, an Adrin amongst their ranks.
Perhaps even Avro or Elder.
Interesting.
Is he saying that I'm trying to interpret what he's saying, but is he saying that the guy had the gift, or that he was that he came back from the dead?
I think he's saying that he had the gift,
Yeah,
and that this guy had to be quite a potent spiral, quite high rank.
he just told you basically that he has killed more than enough spirals to know that it is some sort of gift.
Do you think that that maybe Minotaur could have taught them such a right?
I do not know. I do not presume to know anything about that skin answer to him. You dare accuse me of such things?
We don't accuse you of anything, Bloodclaw. We only wish to know, as you are more wiser than us. You died honorably, yet the spiral that killed you sullied your name. I desire to bring justice, to redeem your packmates who suffered at the hands of this spiral. Will you help us, Bloodclaw?
I will stand with my back. If they decide to help, then I will omit.
I turn to the two Red Talons. Is there anything you would like to tell Bloodclaws?
Ouch. They just look at the Ancestor Spirit with regret and sadness, and they really don't know what to say.
Well, I am sorry to have insulted your name by wronging you in my summoning Bloodclaw. You will be avenged, for we will not stand such disgrace even if some others would like to forget and to remember the deeds of the other you, the one who shred your skin. My ancestors would not allow it, because I was in a set that was with a majority of Red Talons. I would take shame to see your name disgraced. So me and Andrei, even if he is an Omid, we will make sure that the name of Red Talons and of Griffin shall not be frowned upon by ignorance and prejudice.
You may look upon me, Bloodclaws Rhea, as you would look upon any other human-born Gauru. I do not blame you, nor will I hold anything against you for thinking that of me. Many of the Homids do indeed fall short when it comes to their acceptance of their wolf side. But I would urge you, as I have urged your packmates, Bloodclaws Rhea. I may be Homid, but I am still a predator. And I intend to prove that by finding the spiral that killed you and returning the favor to him.
I will believe you once you put money where your mouth is, as you Muhammad say.
Well, but then to show you something that I made with my own hands. And with that, Andrei's going to shift up into Krenos before he'll extend out his left arm. It's not the it's the one which has like what looks to be some sort of like vambrace thing on it, and it's basically the thing that has his hidden fang dagger thing on. He'll give a slight flick of the wrist, and the fang dagger will spit out like a like the teeth on a snake before he flicks it back. I had originally made this with the intent of using it upon what I presumed to be you. But now I know that it is a spiral. I bound a spirit of old wounds, of war wounds, into it. It asked me, before I bound it, to hear the stories of all who had been wronged by this incident. I've already spoken with every Gauru who lost kin, who lost their elder. I think it would appreciate to hear your side of the story.
Bloodclaws is going to look upon the thing and just say,
Is that a fang dagger?
That it is.
Why have you tarnished its design like that?
To better hide it. As I said before, we may be from different tribes, different breeds, but a predator that stalks the urban jungle is still a predator. And there are many such creatures, shall I say, that search for such weapons. It's less likely. Well, the snake never extends his fangs until he is ready to feed upon his prey. And the wolf doesn't show the sheep that he is there until he is ready.
always discern. No matter how effective a firefighter might be.
As is your prerogative, Blood Clauseria. But my intent is still true. I still intend to stick this blade into the heart of the one who killed you.
We'll see how that ends up.
Take a drink.
Yeah.
Breathe, man. Breathe. Drink.
Sorry, guys.
Perhaps you'll join me in a great stream of ancestors.
Perhaps I will. Perhaps I won't. For a while.
Confidence.
Only in my abilities.
Don't become too arrogant, Lord of Shadows.
And with that, blood claws is starting to dissipate and disappear.
When we see you again, Blood Clauseria, I hope it will be on the battlefield against this spiral. Go rest with your ancestors. And Andrei will respectfully bow as he disappears.
Kotori will just roll over, showing his belly of submission to the Red Talon angry spirit.
Yeah. And Andrei will slowly shift back down into lupus, not wanting to be seem too aggressive to the other Red Talons as he turns back to them. I've already spoken with Chases the Storm. He has agreed, to some extent, that you should be given the chance to redeem your honor. I will try to speak with the Truth Seeker, and if possible, Mother Larissa, the new Elder. We will find some way to redeem your name. Steps in Water. How's the song?
Mm.
They're not really reacting to you right now.
Yeah, we are. We are a little bit like that, of course. Andrei, I think that maybe since it is on our agenda, I mean, I know that Chimera is very wise. It's very wise, but maybe for this we should ask Father Uktina for advice. He peers into the wells of the deep water. He knows of other ways to find answer. And for our quest in finding a totem, as you so much like to point out, knowledge is power and the better weapon against an enemy. I think that the totem of my tribe could be an answer to our questions if our, well, brothers and sisters cannot provide a more valid answer.
I agree. There is a part of me that wishes that we could ask Grandfather Thunder for this advice, but, well, I've heard many stories of the Octena's knowledge of things. They know secrets. Secrets well, I'm inclined to agree that we should petition to Octena. After all, knowledge of one's enemy can give you more adequate time to prepare, and makes it all the more likely that we'll go into our next battle and emerge victorious with as few lives lost.
Yes, even if what we did at the power plant was was good and provided answers, I believe it was a reckless move. We couldn't be prepared, and it could have gone wrong, far more wrong. I think that if the Sept of the Green is to survive, we need someone who actually know what they're doing.
Agreed.
But petitioning to Father Utina is going to take time. He is, well, he's not very easy to find. He likes to dwell. He likes to dwell in the deep. But I'm going to be honest, even if Baitvier and you are quite friendly guru and brothers to me, especially for your tribe, I think Father Utina is going to have maybe some pretty problems with that, but we're going to have to, show him that you are respectful of our history and of his heritage.
Of course. As I am for every other Gauru I have met.
Yes, this is why I don't think it's going to be very problematic. It's not like you're, I don't know, Blitzkrieg. Yeah, I think that that would be quite difficult.
Agreed. I respect Blitzkrieg as a warrior and as a person. I do, but I think he has his priorities a little bit skewered. But that is his prerogative. He is the warden of the Sept. But yes. I may be a foster now, but his word carries more weight than mine does.
He is the almighty Lord of Anger, and he has anger issues, especially with the Red Talons. I mean, his heart is in the right place. He defends the Sept of the Green because this is his role, but, sometimes you got to use your head. You got to use your head before you smack the shit out of people.
Well, where do we go now?
Well, since you approve of my idea to seek Father Utina, I'm going to have to learn the rite of the totem, because that would be quite a shame to find him and not be able to bond with him, and my ancestor would have my skin.
Your ancestor?
Yeah, I have. Well, like you guys have in those imagery, like there's this little bird guy on your right and the horned one on your left.
Oh, you mean the thing about the angel and the devil? Well, hang on, the angel is on the right side, the devil is on the left.
Yeah, those things. Well, you could say I have the same issues.
See.
Yes, let's make it clear right now, and he Then he used his bow to poke him on the chest. If you see me becoming very angry and insulting every single one person I met, especially in their if they're Homemade, Shadow Lord, Gate of Fenris, Children of Gaia, Black Fury. In fact, anyone who is not a Wendigo or a Nutina, you will meet my very angry ancestor. His name is Screaming Eagle. He has some anger issues.
I see. Well, I'll keep that in mind if it ever comes up. Was he a good warrior?
Oh, he was a Galliard. He was very proud. He was very proud of himself, and he loved nothing more than to sing the praise of Father Uctina and to spread stories across the wild. The only problem is that, well, his kinfolk and his pack of lupus were killed by white men, who were, well, mostly Gate of Fenris kinfolk. But
Reservations.
anyway, that's a story for another time. I believe that we should find the right master so I can start to learn under his tutelage.
Agreed. I'll start going making some more preparations.
And
Hope to see you soon.
I guess we can call it a scene.
We can call it a scene. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and see you next time.